Hi there, I'm Barbara Cavadias. Today was my turn to do the pickup at Genesis Farm, at the CSG at Genesis Farm. I'm the group leader for the Morristown group. I was asked if I would make another video about our winter veggies and what to do with them. This is the last share of the summer share. It's the last pickup for those of us who pick up every other week. And so even though it's a summer share, though, it seems a lot like a winter share. So this will be good for people whether you have a summer share and you don't know what to do with some of these veggies that you don't normally see, or if you have a winter share and you're about to enjoy these veggies for a while. So let's go through some of these things. I'll put this bag up here. So this is the first thing we got. Do you know what it is? It's a stalk of Brussels sprouts. This is how they grow. They don't come in a plastic box, but they grow on these stalks, and you can see at the top how it's like you can see that it's part of the cabbage family. So obviously it's very hard to store it in the fridge like this unless you have some enormous fridge, which some people do. I actually usually cut all the Brussels sprouts off the stalk. I clean it. I take some of the, they get hit a little bit by cold this time of year. I take some of the outer leaves off that are dead, make sure there's no bugs, and then I store it in a bag or a container in the refrigerator. But I do try to use it soon. Brussels sprouts are prone to getting little bugs in them and worms. So you want to wash them and cut them open before anything takes root, so to speak. But they're delicious. The last time I steamed them and then I stirred them into a dish with rice and cheese and milk, made almost like a risotto, and with some of the herbs. It's delish. So now I'm going to pick this up. Oh. Okay, so we got some greens. I think you know. This is, I already forgot what this was called. It goes with a C. It's a green. I actually don't like it. I'm sorry, farm. This is one of the greens like Catalonia or Catonia or something. It's not my favorite. Some people like it. It's good in salads. We got tatsoi again. Some people like it in salads. I do cook with it, and can cook it like spinach. And then we got lettuce. So lettuce, obviously you know what to do. It is a little dirty, so I will swish it in some water before I wrap it up in a towel and put it back in the plastic bag, wrapped in the towel to keep it fresh. But since it's dirty, I will swish it first to get just some of the worst of the dirt off, and then let it drain. Sometimes dirt carries its own ability to start breaking things down. It probably has a little micro something in there. So I do like to not put it in totally dirty. Okay. Then, this is a very big bag of roots. So, let's see what you know. This is a parsnip. I took one of the shorter ones. Most of you have longer ones. Some of them are thinner. I think I've said this before, but you do want to take some of the excess dirt off, but you don't want to scrub them. Any of these roots I'm going to show you, you don't want to scrub them before you put them away, because you'll take away some of their natural protective outer coating, and which will make them not last as long. And some people, if you have a special kind of root cellar kind of place, or you have a second fridge, maybe you don't mind it getting dirty. My husband doesn't like me letting dirt in the fridge, so I try to just rinse them off. So I'm just going to put it in a tub of water and let it soak. I like washing my veggies, my roots off in a tub of water, because the farmers worked really hard to make this dirt. They compost and they do, crop rotation and winter crops so that they get a nice good soil. So I might as well get the benefit of that soil in my garden, or if you don't have a garden, in your house plants. Now this It's a beet, I don't know if you can see. It's sometimes hard to tell for me anyhow, maybe not for everybody, but from a winter radish, and it'll be more clear when I clean them off. A winter radish usually has green like this on the outside, and it's a little red at the bottom, which is how you distinguish it from a turnip. So the beet is red, which is at the bottom, but the turnip is white rather than green at the top. So sometimes it's hard to tell these things apart. A winter radish is one of my favorite things to get in the winter share. And I like to peel it and cut it. If you want, you can cut it with the peel on. I find the peel a little bit hard, not that bad, but some people don't really like it, and other people, like my husband, will chew through it. This, haha, one of my favorite things. This is celeriac. You can see that? It's also known as celery root or knobby celery. It goes like this. This is the top part. You can see at the top where you can see where they cut off the celery stalks, and it's a type of celery that if the stalks aren't as crunchy and juicy as commercial celery that you get, though it's wonderful for soups. And we did eat the greens earlier and you can put it in salads. We did have the greens earlier this summer. Now we get the roots, and the roots I think are just yum. They're just really scrumptious. So, and we'll talk some more about how to cook them because we'll get them in our winter share, and I'm a particular fan. So I think one day we'll just do a thing on cooking celeriac or celery root. But celery root is very creamy and has a nice soft celery taste. So you can gratin it, you can cook it with your potatoes and make a nice celery flavor inside your mashed potatoes. You can, after you peel it, you can cut it into very small, thin little sticks, or you can grate it and use those in salad. It's very versatile. I like to roast it. I like to roast it a lot. It's very creamy and soft and has a really nice taste. Obviously, these are carrots. We've got lots of nice carrots this winter. And if you can't eat as many carrots as they give you, you can always juice them. You can do fun things with them, like make, I'm going to show you something before I put this carrot in. This is a carrot. This looks a little similar, right? But it's not. It's a sweet potato. Let's see, how can you tell the difference? Partly a carrot has lines, I don't know if you can see, it has lines across like this, that a sweet potato doesn't really. And a carrot, usually you can see something at the top where the greens grew, but since the sweet potato grows totally underground, it doesn't have that, right? So, but when you first look at them, sometimes they're easy to confuse. So the carrots have to get washed off. The sweet potatoes really aren't that dirty, and I don't put them in the refrigerator. I have a bin and a drawer that I put them in, and they keep beautifully in that bin. So I will put them in the bin. And we get all kinds of sweet potatoes from the farm. We get yellow ones and white ones and red ones, and they're delicious. They give us a nice selection of them for Thanksgiving. I just go put them in this basket. Hang on. I do put them in the same basket that I might put a winter squash in, which I just did. Let's get all the carrots out. We got onions. The onions also don't need to be washed off. We got a bunch of onions. We got kohlrabi. Now this is a purple one on the outside. Sometimes you see kohlrabi, it's green on the outside. Either one is fine. The purple one, I think, has a slightly thinner skin, so I don't mind just washing it up nicely and then cutting it up directly for stir fry, whereas the green one I always peel, but you don't have to peel this one. And what else? Oh, we also got garlic. And then we also got potatoes. The potatoes also go in that bin in the drawer. They have their own bin. So I will not wash these. Just see if there's anything else in here that needs to be washed. No. So these you can just keep in a cool place and like in a dark place so they don't start sprouting. You never want to leave potatoes someplace where they can get light on them, because if potatoes get light on them, they can get kind of green. Oh, Claytonia. That's what this other green is called, Claytonia. Anyhow, if they get sunlight on them, they'll start to green up themselves. Not only will they sprout, but they'll get green. You'll see this green on the skin. And if for most potatoes, not all, there is a variety of potatoes that are naturally green. And when we get those, I'll show them to you this winter if we get them this year. But most potatoes, if it's a regular brown potato, then if it starts to get that green under the skin or right at the skin level, some people throw them out, or you at least have to cut it away. It's poisonous. It's not good for you. You shouldn't eat it. So I want to show you probably the biggest cabbage you're ever going to see. Okay. Oh, it's like amazing. It's a slightly softer kind of cabbage than some other head cabbages. I think this is French. But it's a delicious cabbage. It's really good if you're into making stuffed cabbage things, because it has very nice, big, flexible, soft cabbage leaves. But you can also, slice it up for putting in your stir fries. It's very nice for making coleslaw or some sort of cabbage salad. I love cabbage salad, like with sesame oil and sesame seeds sunflower seeds and scallions and things like that. Delicious. So this is nice. And because it's not big and round, it's kind of flat. It almost makes it easier to cut. So you just need to cut the bottom off, that stem thing, maybe cut around it a little bit, but you can just go from here and start slicing it down and use it to make salad. It's very handy that way. And then got a very nice head of cauliflower. And then I'm going to show you, not everyone got this. I actually love pumpkins, and most of us got a butternut squash, which I showed you in another video how to cook with, but I requested that if they got enough pumpkins, I would want to trade my butternut squash for a pumpkin. And because I was doing pickup and because I'm a share leader, they let me have one. I'm going to show you this pumpkin. If anyone wants some of it, let me know. I might be happy to give you a wedge. But it's red. Oh, look at this pumpkin. This is a cheese pumpkin, they call it. And I don't know why it's called a cheese pumpkin, but there's a little dirt on it. It is, it's not for jack-o'-lanterns. It has a very thick, thick rind, not thick skin, thick rind. So you get a lot of pumpkin out of this. And you can, I'll probably roast it, maybe all of it, if not most of it, and then get the puree out of it to make pumpkin pie, to make pumpkin soup, to make pumpkin bread, make lots of pumpkin things. But I'll get a lot of meat out of this, a lot of pumpkin, and work with that. The other thing, and this isn't part of our share, this is something that they sell. I think some people must have like an extra job they do, and they produce some things that then they sell. But I made a treat for myself. And this is wheat berries. So it was wheat grown at the farm. And I like to buy it for sprouting, or sometimes I'll cook it up kind of like rice. I'll make like a pilaf, rice pilaf. So I'll cook rice, I'll cook some wheat berries in it, maybe some barley, make a multi-grain thing, whatever. But you can also soak these berries, and if you don't either sprout them, or if you don't sprout them, you can use the soaked berries in bread if you're making like a multi-grain bread, and bake it up. So that is the share for today. You can see we got a nice haul. I think you have an idea of how to store some of this stuff now. The pumpkin I'll wash off, and I'll put in that same drawer as the potatoes and the sweet potatoes. It's cool, it's dark, but you want to wash it off. You don't want to leave dirt on things like that. And if you have any questions, please post them. Follow this, subscribe so you get all our videos. I'll do some more cooking videos soon. And but if you have any questions, or you have any ideas, or you want to add some thoughts, post it so other people can see it. Share the videos. Share the Facebook page for our group. We're the Morristown group of the CSG at Genesis Farm. And we're happy to have you join us. You take care. Bye-bye. And happy Thanksgiving.